whole year's passed. Just like that. That's crazy. It's gone so quick. Like 2024 New Year's Eve. I literally can't remember it. That's gone that fast. Anyway, before I start this video and go over what 2025 is, let me just quickly introduce myself. If you are new to this channel, if you're coming back to this channel, I appreciate you for the support and the love and for the many years that I've been doing this. But for the new people, let me fill you in. So my name is Callum and I've been running this channel now from, I believe, 2012 or 2014. I can't remember which year it is. I did have channels prior to this one. I used to do a lot of Call of Duty content back in the day, filming from my phone. I actually joined Pixel Enemy and TGN. If you ever did hear of them channels, then you are an OG. They were sort of like the machinima, but for the lower end YouTubers that couldn't really get into the machinima side of it. But then obviously life hit and that YouTube sort of just went stale. Tried to do a couple of series of playthroughs, Minecraft and all that stuff. It just didn't work out for me. So then I moved on to live streaming, and again, that was not really hitting the ball, because when it comes down to consistency, I'm not very on point. I can't make a schedule and stick to it because there's something that might happen in the day that I go, do you know what, I just don't feel like streaming, I don't feel like making a video, and then my mind goes crazy and I'm like, yeah, forget this idea, move on to the next. Let's just say I've probably started about 5 businesses and left them in the dust. And then, like most people, COVID hit and everything sort of just went online. No one was out and about, so they were all on their phone. And that's when my niece said, hey, join TikTok. I went on TikTok. It was basically Musical.ly back then, but it went to TikTok and it was like dancing. I was like, I'm not doing this, what even is it? But then obviously before that there was Vine, and I was inspired by Daz Black. He'd done the bubblehead. I tried it when we had our daughter and she loved it. So I thought, I wonder if I could do this in my own style and bring it to TikTok, because obviously Vine died, didn't it? So I thought, hey, I'll bring it to TikTok and see what goes on. And it blew up. It went insane. I had one video for Christmas that I did. It hit something like 42 million views, and it's still growing every Christmas. It's like a Christmas hit. Every time it's Christmas, my notifications just pop off again. And then through the year, obviously it starts dipping down and all of this because COVID stopped and everyone went back outside. They stopped going on their phone. And I used that platform where I grew this following to merge into something that I'm really passionate about and I really want to take further on in a career style, which I've been doing now for over a year, which has been full-time videography, photography, and working with brands. Now, I did go down the route of doing weddings and things like that, but then when it came to actually promoting and saying, look, this is how much I'm going to charge for a wedding, I think it was like £200. People still didn't have the budget because of COVID, and just no one was like, yeah, let's do this. So I never really built a portfolio up in doing that. But where I'd worked with brands in the past from using my TikTok following, I had a portfolio in photography of products. I had this portfolio of making reviews and stuff like that. So it was easier to get brands to notice me than it was for random people and say, hey, let me take photos of your wedding. I've never done this before. Where a brand can see what I've done in the previous years and say, do you know what? I like your work, let's go. So that's what I am now. I'm a full-time content creator, which is insane to say because there's like a 15-year-old me back in the day begging a company to send a t-shirt and them saying, no. Where today I've had a full office pretty much renovated for nothing. And again, it's such a cheesy thing that YouTubers say and all these content creators, but without the audience and you guys, this isn't possible. No matter what, without the people watching, liking, subscribing, and just following along the journey, none of this is possible for anyone. Give yourself a pat on the back, if you will. Thank you. But anyway, moving on to now and looking at the past year of what I've done, it's been insane. So let's go over some of the brands that I've worked with in this past year, which I never in a million years thought I'd even have the chance to say hello to. But yet we've had back and forth conversations, we've had collaborations over and over again, and just keeps growing. So starting off the year, it was more of the PC stuff like Deepcool, Montech, techwear and things like that. Then it started to move into more keyboards, which I love. I've got a collection and I can't help it. When you get one, you gotta get more. It's like a tattoo, you just need them. So I started working with Monsgeek, Acco, Epo Maker, Montech brought out their keyboard, techwear had their keyboards out. Obviously the Wootin then took over and other companies started implementing this, so we had Drunk Deer do theirs. Melgeek actually brought out one of the Kickstarters and I was lucky enough to have one of those sent out before anyone else. So there's been so many opportunities in the keyboard era, and then we started to switch over more again to different tech, different luxuries, if you will, accessories around the house. So then we got into that stage of working with Grams 28, and they are amazing with their quality. And yes, the prices are high of their camera bags or just their side slings, things like that, but the quality is unmatched. But then we started to progress in the paid collaborations, and we got a few keyboards with paid collabs on top of that. Then we got monitors sent out by AOC or Aegon. Another company sent out another monitor. I can't pronounce the name. I think it's Kuori or Kuoori, I think. No idea. But they sent out a monitor. We've had collaborations with AMD, MSI, the amount of office chairs that I've had sent out. And then the main one, which has pretty much supplied me with a catalogue of appliances, has been Majority Audio. Every single time they've got a product coming out, it's like, boom, hey Callum, we've got something to send you. And I'm more than happy to help them guys, because they've literally supplied a surround sound system in my home completely free. It would have cost a fortune, but instead they've just gone, here you go, for one video, enjoy. We've also had Mayono, we've had Moment, full aim like microphones, which I'm actually using right now. There's been a crazy amount of companies that I've had the opportunity to work with. Collaboration with Temu, now a lot of people are up in the air about that, but for me, I've used the app prior to this collaboration, so when they did reach out, I couldn't say no because I already used the app. It's just an extra bonus to me that now they're going to send stuff for free. That's it. And then the main one is actually getting into the Moza Racing creator program. That's how I've supplied this whole rig out of nowhere, working with GT Omega and Moza to create this content and just get things going. So a massive thank you to them as well for the opportunity to join their creator program. And in 2025, we're already starting with some crazy tech. A notepad diary from iFlyTech, which I'm excited to get out and show you guys what this product is. I've also got a camera lens from a company called Miki. I can't pronounce the name right, but it's a big name brand. They do the more affordable lenses, but that's still a great quality. I also have a full length YouTube video coming out for a pair of headphones, which were actually featured on Marcus Browley's channel. Browley? There's also been some content already released on my Instagram that's sneak peeking at some unboxings that are gonna be then full reviews on YouTube. So there's a lot of content coming in 2025 on this channel. A lot more products to test, review, and show you guys if it's worth buying or not. This year, I really want to start bringing a bit more personal content to this channel and be a bit more valuable instead of it just being, hey, here's a product, this is my thoughts, buy it if you want. This year is going to be a bit more about bringing something to the table and saying, look, this is how you add LUTs onto your A7C2, my thoughts of using the A7C2 for the last year, what pros and cons I found of this, or you know, I just want to bring a bit more personality to the channel instead of it just being that sit down, here's a product, look at what I've got, let's get reviewing sort of thing. So that's the idea for 2025. It's not so much about getting the views or getting the growth or getting the money or whatever it is that other people out there are really wishing for. Mine is just to try and bring a bit more value and, you know, show behind the scenes of how I take my product photography, how I shoot certain videos, bring you along with it, and hopefully you enjoy the journey. You know, you hit subscribe, hit notification bell. You don't have to watch every video, but a subscribe really does help this channel, because that's another goal that I really want to try and hit, is the 100K plaque. I've hit 2 million on TikTok. That's super easy because TikTok was back in like COVID, everyone was on it, where YouTube's a bit harder. People have to search for your video, if not suggested to them. And it's a bit more of a niche down sort of, this is what I'm looking for kind of video. So hopefully I can bring that to you and have a crazy amount of products to align with what your needs are, whether that is graphics cards, computers, keyboards, photography, videography, general house decorations, interior design, whatever it is. I'd like to be that person that can deliver everything. Hopefully on the cards for me, I can bring back the brand 3C's apparel, which used to be my initials, where now I've switched it more to the creative mind of capture, create, captivate, because that's what we do. If you are in any sort of business that captures content, creates it by snipping it and putting it into a movie or a short film or a documentary or even just a video like this, you're creating something. And then to captivate your audience is to get them involved, get them commenting, get them just intrigued about what you're going to say. That is the goal. So hopefully 2025 I can capture, create, captivate, and just get some good positive vibes from the channel. You know what I mean? oh yeah, baby. Don't ask. Yeah, I want to know in the comments what your goals are for 2025. Let me know. I want to see you smash them. I want to see you absolutely nail this on the head. This year is the year because YouTube's coming back. A lot of people are going into long form. They're throwing away their short form content of people copy and pasting and being like, I made 40 grand this year from copy and pasting people's podcasts and putting GTA clips underneath. No one cares. They want personality. They want value. They want to be connected. That's what we're going to do. So I hope to see you in the next video. Capture, create, captivate, and I'll see you all in the next one.